live NBC 10 team coverage on the investigation, the suspect, and the officer who was ambushed today. We begin with NBC 10's George Spencer. And George, you learned some of the suspect's relatives live just steps away from that shooting scene?
That's right, Jim, and he was known to stay in this neighborhood on a regular basis. Just about 2.5 hours ago, we watched as investigators carried bags of evidence out of this home behind me as they try to put the pieces together in this case. This house only about a block and a half from the shooting scene. It was, police say, an attempted assassination in the middle of the street. And we found out today it was carried out using a gun stolen from another Philly cop about 2 years ago. High overhead surveillance cameras captured it all. The man wearing that long white robe rushing up with gun pointed. The flashes of gunfire until the suspect actually has his arm in the car window. He then takes off, still firing as he runs away.
That is chilling, absolutely chilling when you watch that.
Police Commissioner Richard Ross, just 4 days on the job, calls it an ambush. NBC 10 cameras captured the bullet-riddled patrol car and the suspect's gun laying on the ground. Police and witnesses say that suspect, Edward Archer, rushed up out of nowhere around 11:40 last night and fired on the passing officer, Jesse Hartnett, who was on patrol.
He didn't say anything, sir. He came straight on down to the cop car and with boom, 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 boom.
That officer, his left arm badly wounded, chased the suspect firing back and radioed for help. Other officers captured the suspect just around the corner here, only steps from a home where he often stayed.
I was just woken up by a bunch of commotion, and what I actually heard was, the cop saying to the guy, "Get the F down, get the F down."
The 9mm gun Archer reportedly used had been reported stolen from another Philly cop's home 2 years ago. When Archer was questioned today, police tell us he repeatedly stated his allegiance to Islam, an insufficient explanation for city leaders.
Right away, he didn't have anything to say, but then he stated that he pledges his allegiance to Islamic State. He follows Allah, and that is the reason he was called upon to do this.
That is abhorrent. It's terrible, and it does not represent the religion in any way, shape, or form, or any of its teachings.
At this point, Philadelphia police say they do not have any evidence that would either tie Archer to a larger network, nor do they have evidence that would indicate he was strictly working alone. The FBI is working with local police on this. As for that gun, Commissioner Ross tells us the officer who had it stolen from his home back in 2013 did properly report the theft, but there is no way to know how many hands that gun passed through before it was used last night. Live in West Philadelphia, I'm George Spencer, NBC 10 News.